we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the Colorado Buffaloes, taking on the 24th ranked team in the land, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Try an onside kick on the opening kickoff. They're going to get on that football, and what a job by the onside kick team to pull that one off and steal a possession. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And what is this? They're setting up the on first down. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19.
When you can generate explosive plays by running the football, you got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
The Buffaloes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Lewis wants to pass, finding an escape route, and the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Quick completion to the right. At the 40, there he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. And the Buffaloes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Looking to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the defense watched film last week. They saw this running back catch multiple passes, and that hasn't been the case today. They are clamping down on him, always aware of him, especially in the passing game. And so far, they've taken him away.
Second and long. Back to pass. And the pass is incomplete and jarred loose by the hit.
I know it wasn't successful there, but you can go back to last week. Like, they're going to throw this man the football. They find creative ways to get him the ball. Really good playmakers the ball in space, and that's what I like about this offense. I bet they come back to him and find a way to throw him the football.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
Well, this defense was ready for go balls. Against this receiver and his speed, he's one of the fastest in the country. They knew this quarterback was going to try to take the top off the defense. That time they couldn't link up, but if you're on defense, just know they're going to try that play again.
And he missed it. No good. kicker tried to tack a few more on the scoreboard, guys, and couldn't do it. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. Breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
Took just one play, and they got it almost to midfield. First down from the 49. Draw play, quarterback keeps it. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard games just because of the body blow effect.
Looking to throw, it's Mahan. Right down the middle. It's in. Complete, and he's lucky to get that one back. Almost intercepted.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves them with a 3rd and 6. He might want another play. On 3rd down, going up top. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
You got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. This drive will start at their own 27-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made. That big play put them in business. Now they're right on the edge of the red zone as they go to work 1st and 10. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Blue Devils. The defense putting points on the board. Just one moment, and all of a sudden, the fortunes turn.
You're in a position where you're about to give up points. And now you flip that around and you put points on the board. Perfectly executed. What do you do in an interception? First guy blocks the intended receiver. Everybody else starts to form a wall where the ball's going. Nice blocking, nice interception, nice return for the touchdown.
Out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. The play fake on 1st down. The short hand, it's Price. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Well, that helped the completion percentage, but the idea was yards after the catch, and it didn't happen.
Great job on defense, too. See ball, get ball. They saw exactly when that ball was spit out. You saw the defense fly to the ball.
Oh, they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go. Pulls it, fires to the left. How about the power there to get it across the 20 and up to the 21-yard line? And the Buffaloes racing to the line in a hurry up. deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. The Buffaloes send out the punt unit. First time we've seen their punt team tonight. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense better field position. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Might be calling a hot route. Wants to go up top. Caught over the middle. It's Porter. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
That's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. And that's how this period will come to an end. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the 2nd quarter. First play of the period, 1st down here. Quick handoff. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
Lewis wants to pass. Got his man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. Start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. 3rd down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Intercepted, a first-half turnover can swing momentum. Got room on the return. The 20. Touchdown, Duke. How about this defense taking one back to the house? Look, I know it's only the 2nd quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. James Madison is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Harrisonburg, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 10 over the Bluebirds. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Lewis to throw. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
You You got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, that ball's not going anywhere. You just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
It's complete on the right side. There he goes. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Buffaloes want to move quickly.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they are on the move.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Little over anxious, out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Buffaloes are on the move. It's Williams. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Looking for space. It's Price. Can't get him to the ground. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
When you saw that broken tackle, David, this defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Rolls and fires complete to the right. Touchdown, Buffs! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. If you're able to move the ball in a drive like that, the most overrated stat in football would be field position.
Agreed, and I think confidence is big right now after that last drive. To be able to flip the field like that, not just do it, but go down and score a touchdown. Running and throwing. For this offense now moving forward in this game, that last drive is going to pay a big difference.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. To the ground with the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Behind his tight end. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I think that time offensively, you're just trying to take what the defense is giving you, right? They're playing zone coverage. You got your big fella just working right over the ball. It's an easy pitch and catch. Just take the profit and let's keep going. They'll come to the line at
at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Mahan. Fires left. Makes the grab. Turning it on. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Blue Devils.
Man, football, there is so many weapons now with small slots and big wide receivers. And then you got the tight ends now that have the speed to catch the football, chew up ground, and get to the end zone and make those big plays like he did right here.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. He'll send the back in motion. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Finds the tight end. He stopped just a chain link or 2 away from the 1st down and sets them up beautifully here. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Buffaloes have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Great pass, it's complete. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the 1st down.
There's got to be a sense of urgency for this offense right now. They're trailing. They're going to be kicking off to open the 2nd half, so they need points. They need to go tempo. Maybe that last 1st down gets them a little bit of confidence.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. Lewis wants to pass. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this going to go? An offensive line grabbing and holding on, and they'll back up and try it again. Well, that's going to make it a little tougher. It's 1st and 20. Defense not showing press coverage. Motion from the back. Looking to throw. Got a man. It's Miller. Nowhere to go and not much to show for that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now here on 2nd down, see if they keep tossing it around. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. That's caught. It's Williams. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. The gun wants to pass. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Snap of this drive will come from the 46. Looking downfield, it's Mahan. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time.
I don't know if the quarterback got confused on first down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not.
And the quarterback will be forced out of bounds short of the line of scrimmage. I think they'll give him a sack.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this defense had some matchups they felt really good about up front, and they won one right there, getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play, and they're going to need these guys to start winning more of those because they are finding themselves in a hole here early in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Oh, it's picked off. Got some room to run. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And that's a play the defense absolutely had to have. They've given up some big plays in this first half, and they're down on the scoreboard right now. Something positive needed to happen. Maybe that's the interception that changes the momentum in this game. It's now up to their offense to try and score some points here before the first half ends.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it. And the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Just a little bit too much juice on that one as the freshman was taking a shot.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Going over the top. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. And the Buffaloes will send out the punt unit. Nice job to make the fair catch at the 16. Make sure that ball didn't bounce into the coffin corner. Just waning seconds of the first half. Let's see how they handle it. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Kickoff team is on the field, and we're ready to get this one underway. Bring it out. It's Porter. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. They keep it on the ground to open the 3rd. He has the first and still on his feet. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front, but they finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Fires to the big fella. At the 45 on his way. Big play. Takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Yeah, and a really nice job by the QB seeing linebackers are a little bit soft playing pass. Give the rock, hand it off, let the running back do the rest.
The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. To the air, it's Mahan. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. No, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. Going the other way, and he's got room. He's at the 30. Past the 10. And he's going to take it all the way.
like, listen, it's not just wide receivers that can do that. I can take this thing to the house. I got some moves. Watch this. Unbelievable job flipping the field. Offense about to score. Defense makes the huge plays and gets points out of it.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Brown. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. QB draw. What a job up front, and he'll lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the air on second down. Got it in the middle, it's Wallace. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
This game just feels so different than it did in the first half. After that incompletion, now setting up fourth down, they only have a one-possession lead. Things were looking so much better earlier in the game. They're going to have to get it together throwing the football if they want to win this game.
He's got great speed. A little pressure on the coverage team there, and they'll stop him at the 47-yard line. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Snatch it quickly on the left. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37.
We see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
All right, great little run there. Listen, it wasn't phenomenal. He didn't get a first down, but what does it do? Now it makes second down easier. The play caller looking at his sheet going, all right, I can throw it, I can run it, still in a great position, ready to stay ahead of the chains.
The Buffaloes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Sliding off the defender. Brought down at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. It'll be a first down.
Just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. Gets it past the first down marker and still running. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
It was so important this offense was able to find a way to get in the rhythm, and the running game is now helping that. 2 straight punts on their previous 2 drives. This drive, though, they're having a little bit more success. Big reason why is this running back. He's been able to find some creases to run through. It's really helping out this offense.
Might as well give it to him again. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lewis to throw. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Colorado! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much.
Oh, and the extra point is blocked. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And they finish it off by connecting from 10 yards out. Coming out with it, it's Porter. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Pulls it fired complete.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. From the shotgun, they'll run it. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Well, there was just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
Might be changing the route. On third and long, trying to convert through the air. He just treated that thing like a hot potato, and they're going to call him for grounding. So the intentional grounding call will be a loss of down, and now it's fourth down. The Blue Devils will punt this one away. And leg is staying loose, already the fifth kick of the night. Here's a return from midfield. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Lewis wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle, it's Williams. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. One quarter to go, and Mike, we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll line up for a second down play. Stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
Like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 35. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He rumbles ahead for 6 inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. And the Buffaloes are in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go.
A shot toward the end zone. And he throws another interception, his third of the night.
And what a play by the defender. He's on an island all by himself in cover one man coverage. Just him and the wideout, and he ends up winning, coming up with a big INT.
Their own end zone nipping at their heels as they start this drive from their own 2. He leaves it with his back. Plows through the defense. They finally get him stopped, and this veteran junior running back comes up with a nice play.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Motion from the wideout. to do it himself on the draw. They needed to find enough space and get it moving forward, and they're up to the 22.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football, and they're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
This clock grinding. Brought down at the 33, but not before he gets 10.
You know, good running backs are the ones that can make things happen in small spaces. That running back there found his lane, found his crease, and there was no hesitation. He got north right away and was able to make a big-time play.
Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to the right. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense.
I know you took a loss on 1st down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against the defense that knows you're going to do it.
And the Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Line getting set on 2nd down. To throw, it's Mahat. Throws to the wideout. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down. Now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Throwing, looking right. Hauls it in down the sideline.
And what a big conversion by the offense there. With the lead late, you're just trying to stay on the field and bleed the clock. At this point, it's tick, 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 tick. Let's run this clock down as low as we can before we snap.
Give to the back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the 1st down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. Keeps it on the draw. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Offense changing the play. He'll throw on 3rd down. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
Really nice job by the defense, playing aggressive, understanding it could be a running situation, but still playing disciplined enough to play the pass and be successful on that 3rd and short.
They'll keep the offense on the field on 4th down already with a 1-possession lead. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. Guided out of bounds at the 22. Good play for this offense as they are threatening to score. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. You waited so long to start the season, and just the way you want to start, getting that first victory.
And the first games are so much fun. You've been practicing against each other over and over all through camp. Now you get to come out, start the season off 1-0, Jesse. Great start.
It was a great start for the winning